Hi, welcome back to the channel on the college process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be discussing what are federal Pell Grants and how to get them. Now, before we start, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the subscription button down below. It will notify you when new videos do come out. As well as if you have any comments or questions throughout today's video, please leave them down below in the comment section. I do answer all the questions you guys leave down below in the comment section. As well as if you do enjoy today's video, please leave us a like. It does help the channel. As well as, once again, we are running for the senior class of 21-22, the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. If you want to be eligible for the scholarship, or if you want to help us to basically build the scholarship up for this year's senior class of 21-22, very simple, just watch the video. It's in the description down below. I have a link to that video explaining how to apply for it, as well as helping us increase that scholarship for this year's senior class. As well as also down below in the description is also our Venmo for the organization, as well as our buy us a coffee if you want to help support the channel, allowing us to keep making these college videos for you guys out there as well. And of course, we definitely appreciate that support. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video. What are federal Pell Grants and how to get them? Now, since starting the channel, I've had a lot of families ask, either through email or text messages, sending me messages asking about what are Pell Grants, how do we get them? So I figured, let me just make a video explaining to you guys what Pell Grants are from the U.S. Department of Education, obviously, and how they help out with the college costs, as well as how to obtain them. Now, to start off with, Pell Grants are federal grants provided to students to help out covering secondary educational costs. This basically means they can help you guys cover four-year colleges, obviously for your bachelor's degree, or even two-year associate programs, as well as some technical schools also allow you to get Pell Grants as well if you're looking to do something in HVAC or air conditioning or carpentry or cosmetology and so on and so forth. Certificates, as well as other programs out there that are not specifically four-year college programs or specifically two-year associate programs, also have the opportunity to get you guys the post-secondary educational Pell Grants as well. So basically think about it this way. Any post-secondary education, anything above the high school level, basically once you graduate high school, you are eligible in many cases for Pell Grants. So pretty much the Pell Grants can help out with four-year degree, two-year degrees, or also for skill trade as well. Now, Pell Grants can range basically in how much they're able to give you to help with your college education for each academic year. Right now, the Pell Grants are basically the minimum you can get is $650 a year. It goes all the way up to $6,495. Good news is Congress is now trying to raise that amount for the 22-23 school year from the $6,495 maximum up to $6,895. They're trying to get it up to that level. There is also talk out there they're trying to, in the near future, get it up to $8,500. We're not sure if that's going to happen, but at least they can get up to $6,895 on the maximum size for Pell Grants. Obviously, that would be very helpful for families out there looking to obtain the Pell Grants to help pay for college. Now, to be able to obtain any Pell Grant, you typically need an expected family contribution number of roughly around $6,000 or below. Now, if you don't know what your expected family contribution number is, it can be found at the end of your FAFSA form after you complete the form. Let me show you guys here on the screen. I'll walk you through logging into the FAFSA and showing you exactly where to find your expected family contribution number. Now, if you follow me here, basically step by step, I've already logged into the student's account, and I'm going to just basically go down a little bit here on the screen here. I'll click on this button here, and then what you'll see is right there, you have the expected family contribution number. Now, if you have not filled out the FAFSA form, this is the first thing you need to do, because obviously the FAFSA form is what's getting you guys the expected family contribution number, and that's what they need, the federal government, to be able to provide you Pell Grant. Now, of course, this is only for senior families or students who are already in college as far as an undergrad degree, because Pell Grants are not available, by the way, for grad students. So if you're a high school junior or below family watching this video, this is basically all informational, but the earliest you guys can fill out your FAFSA form is technically October 1st of senior year, so you have to wait till then to actually fill it out. But if you want to get a kind of head start here and figure out, what Pell Grants could we be eligible for, very simple. If you go to Google, I'll walk you through this as well. You can just basically type into Google expected family calculator, as you see here on Google. A bunch of them pop up. You can click on any of them here. I typically like to use this one right here from College Board. I like to use College Board for a lot of stuff. You just click on there. The expected family calculators typically take you anywhere from like 4 to 5 minutes to do, so they're very quick. Once you've plugged in all your information, they only ask you like 15, 20 questions. It's very straightforward. They'll tell you what your expected family contribution number is. Then you can take that number, and that can help you figure out if you're Pell eligible. Now, if you are a senior parent or you are in college and you haven't done the FAFSA yet and you need help with the FAFSA form, very simple. I have these two videos right here, step-by-step guides to help you guys fill out the FAFSA form. The first one here is for married or remarried parents. The second one here is for parents who are divorced, separated, widowed, or never married. And of course, both videos are down below in the description. I have both links down there. But before you start those videos, you do want to go out and get the students' FSA and the parents' FSA IDs. I also have a video for that right here. Down below in the description is that link too, because for senior parents or students in college already, you must first fill out the FAFSA form, but to do so as a student, as a family basically, you guys need 2 FSA IDs, one for the student to start the FAFSA and one for the parent to sign the FAFSA and to upload your taxes throughout the form. So first video I'd watch if you haven't started any of this as senior parents or as parents in college already. First thing I would do is start with this video here to obtain your FSA IDs for both student and parent. And then I go to one of these 2 videos right here, depending on your situation. If you're married or remarried, the top one. If you're divorced, separated, or widowed, or never married, the bottom one. And by the way, all the videos are in the description down below, the links to allow you guys to watch those videos to help you guys with this process. Now, if you are Pell eligible, there is good news. With the Pell Grant, you're actually able to get the Pell Grant for up to 6 years. It's actually dependent upon credit hours and the amount of money you use and so on and so forth. And that gets a little bit in depth into that stuff, so I really don't want to get into that. The easiest way for me to explain to parents is how long you can get the Pell Grant. The maximum Pell Grant amount, you're allowed to get that for 6 years. So if you get to $64.95, you're able to get that every year for up to 6 years. So if it takes you longer to graduate a 4-year program, or you switch schools, or you transfer and you lose credits, this kind of stuff, don't worry. If you're Pell eligible, you'll keep getting it for up to 6 years as an undergrad. Now, typically for the income requirement for a Pell Grant, you have to be roughly around $60,000 as a family household or below. So if you're making over $60,000, it's very likely you're not going to be Pell eligible here. However, if financial situations have changed or are changing for you as a family, such as a job loss, a divorce, medical expenses, really any major financial event, natural disaster, any of these things, went from full-time work to part-time work, bankruptcy, so on and so forth, you are able to fill out the forms every year. You're also able to do appeals and ask the financial aid office to look at you guys and reduce your expected family contribution number to hopefully get you within that range for Pell Grants. Now, of course, with that being said, if you do have questions, if you have a job loss or some change in your situation, financially speaking, and you're not certain, maybe we are eligible for Pell Grants, maybe we're not eligible for Pell Grants, what can we do? Very simple. At the end of every one of my videos, I have my cell phone number and my email. You can contact me. You can ask me any questions you guys want, or you can even ask them down below in the comment section. Hey, Ed, this is my situation. What do you think? Are we Pell eligible? What would you do? And I answer, of course, all the questions you guys leave down below. And all that being said, if you're not eligible for Pell Grants the first year when you fill out the financial aid forms, I would not worry, because when you fill out the financial aid forms, you start from scratch every year, because every year your student's going off to college, you must do the financial aid forms again, i.e. the FAFSA form, in anticipation of getting them financial assistance for the next upcoming academic year. So each year you do have a chance of getting Pell Grants. Just because you were denied one year doesn't mean you can't get it the next year, and so on and so forth. And all that being said, if you guys do have any comments or questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I do answer any questions you guys have down below. I'll also answer any questions or comments as well. As well as if you guys do enjoy today's video, please leave us a like. It does help the channel. As well as, once again, we are running the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. If you want to be eligible for the scholarship, or if you want to help us to basically build the scholarship up for this year's senior class of 21-22, very simple, just watch the video. It's in the description down below. I have a link to that video explaining how to apply for it, as well as helping us increase that scholarship for this year's senior class. As well as also down below in the description is also our Venmo for the organization, as well as our buy us a coffee if you want to help support the channel, allowing us to keep making these college videos for you guys out there as well. And all of that being said, thank you for watching today's video. On the screen is our contact information. If you have any questions, if you need any help in the financial aid forms, the financial aid process, or the admissions process whatsoever, on the screen is my cell phone number. You can either call or send me a text message, as well as you can also email us here at the organization. That's our email for the organization here at Principia Prep. And other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep.